Welcome to Somatic Yoga in the Enchanted Forest. My name's Jackie, and if you haven't practiced Somatic Yoga before, it really is a form of moving meditation. So it's going to be very slow flow, and this one today is going to be focused on digestion and really that solar plexus energy. So right around the abdomen, we're going to get some movement there, a little bit of stretching, and we're really going to try to move maybe some stuck or stagnant energy from that area to really get things flowing and moving. So go ahead and lay flat on your back. You can have your knees bent and we'll get started. You can start with your feet to the outer edges of the mat, letting your knees gently fall in and touching one another. Take those fingertips and place them to either side of your belly button. You can bring your eyes to a soft close. And as you inhale, feel your belly rise under your fingertips. And as you exhale, feel the belly fall. Noticing how that abdomen feels without judgment. Another inhale, maybe pulling in a little more air this time. And let it go. One more deep inhale. And exhale. You can bring those arms out to a T. And gently drop both knees over to the right side. A little spinal twist, nice and gentle with your body. Continue to take those nice, slow, deep breaths. Observing where the mind goes. Allowing yourself to watch your thoughts pass by, just like watching clouds in the sky. There's nothing you need to do or solve in this moment. And the more you can notice how the body's feeling, the more you're going to get out of this practice. Gently bring the knees up to center and drop them over to the left side. Noticing how this side feels compared to the other side. Relaxing the shoulders a little bit more deeply down to the surface below. Try to release any bit of tension you feel in the body with your exhale. We're going to turn all the way onto our left side, stacking your knees, coming all the way onto that left shoulder. You could bring the arm underneath the ear if that feels comfortable. Just a nice sideline position here. Couple deep breaths here. Allowing that body a chance to fully relax. Letting go of any weight you may have been carrying before this practice. And really allow your body to feel held by the earth. Allowing our body to feel safe and supported is really one of the first steps to get more into your parasympathetic state, that restful state, which really aids in digestion. You get more blood flow to the region in the stomach. To help with all the processes there. Let's take one more deep breath here, really embracing the stillness. And then we're going to turn into tabletop. Bringing the shoulders over the wrists, moving slowly, hips over the knees. And gently inhale for cow, pulling that navel down and looking straight ahead. On your exhale, as you round to cat, think about pushing any stuck or stagnant energy from the belly up and out with that exhale. Inhale back down, pulling in fresh, clean energy into the body. And exhale, really engage into the core and push out anything stuck or stagnant, anything not serving you anymore. Inhale and exhale. One more big, deep inhale. And one more exhale. I'm going to cross at my ankles and come to an easy seat. You can get there however you would like. It's basically a crisscross position. Take your time getting there. I'm going to turn this way. A lot of times, if we have a little bit of stuckness in this region, a little gentle twisting can kind of help to wash out the organs, get a little more blood flow through that region that's gotten a little bit stuck. So as we take our big inhale, think about bringing your spine nice and long, head up toward the ceiling. And on that exhale, we're going to rotate, we're going to twist to the right side, grabbing the right knee with the left hand and twist, looking over that right shoulder. We're going to stay here, take another big inhale. And exhale, you may be able to twist a little more, but don't force it. Just getting things moving. Inhale back to center. And exhale, twist to the other side. Big inhale. And exhale, maybe twist a little bit more. Coming back to center, grabbing a hold of the knees. We're just going to round chin to chest. A seated cat. You can feel the abdomen engage. And then pull the chest through the shoulders, looking up at the ceiling. And round again one more time, feeling the core engage. And pull through, seated cow. And then we're going to come back up into tabletop. And we're going to go back into our cat-cows, continuing to move things around in the abdomen. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Maybe noticing this time if you can engage just a little more deeply into the core. Inhale, cow. And on that exhale, don't be afraid to really push everything out with that breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And one more exhale. I'm going to gently come up into a downward facing dog. If this is available in your practice, we're going to pull the hips up toward the ceiling. Press back, head back between the arms. Think about lengthening your spine up toward the ceiling. If it's not available, feel free to come down and into a child's pose and just enjoy the resting shape there. Sometimes that's what our bodies need as well. But if you're with me, we are up and back and down dog for 3 breaths. Big inhale, feel the air hitting the back of the throat. And exhale, you could try to pull one heel down toward the mat. Inhale. And exhale, drop the other heel down. Still moving energy with that breath. Inhale. And exhale, back to the other side. And one more inhale. One more exhale, dropping the other heel down. And then we're going to meet in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Take your time getting there. Bend your knees as much as you need to really hang forward from the waist. You can let your head drop. Notice how your breath feels. Release tension from the shoulders and the neck and the jaw. Next inhale, we're going to halfway lift, pulling the crown of the head forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, forward fold, coming all the way back down. Let it all out. And then inhale, we're going to slowly roll up the spine. Take your time, move in ways that feel safe to your body. Engage your glutes, engage your core, and standing at the top of the mat, we are going to stand in mountain pose. You can have the hands turned around. You can roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Feel your feet on the earth. Feel your feet on the ground, and bring your eyes to a soft close. And as you inhale, feel that belly expand. And as you exhale, feel your core engage. Another inhale. And exhale. You may stay in mountain pose, or I am going to start moving from my hips. I'm going to move my hips side to side. And as I'm doing that, I'm actually going to move my feet a little bit wider. I am feeling my core engage. So it's a little bit like a belly dance. But as I'm moving side to side, you are getting all sorts of stuck energy moving through the hips, moving through the belly. You can close your eyes if you feel more comfortable, if you haven't really moved those hips in a while. But as you are moving, start to envision that energy all around the abdomen, hips all the way up to the abdomen, starting to swirl, starting to move around, and just allow your body to roll with it. Use your breath. You can move your arms if you'd like. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. Sometimes moving in ways that feel good to your body is one of the best things you can do to get digestion flowing again. A lot of times when we're sitting a lot all day, or we're stuck and we're stagnant, that energy just all sits. And especially if we have kind of a high stress job or a lot of tension, we can get a lot of emotion, a lot of energy that just starts to sit there in the body. So the best way to get it out is to move. If you want to turn on some good tunes at home, you could do that. Let's take one more deep breath in and out, and we'll swing the arms back down if they're up. Back to mountain pose. We're going to pause for 3 breaths again from the belly. Inhale, feel the belly expand. And exhale, contract. Inhale. Notice how your feet feel on the ground, and exhale. One more inhale, and one last exhale. Bring your right hand to your right hip, left hand up, and we're going to reach up and over. A little side bend here, only as far as your low back feels comfortable going. And back to the middle, right arm up and over. And back to the middle, back to the top of the mat if you've moved around a little bit like I have. And we're going to slowly roll back down, forward fold. Take your time. Bend the knees as much as you need to, and let everything hang heavy for 3 breaths. Last exhale. And bend the knees as much as you need to. Plant your hands. I'm going to step back into a high plank. This is really our last, I would say, more intense pose of the day. Not that this has been that intense, but we're going to get the abdomen really activated. If you don't have a full plank available in your practice, come down to the knees at any time. But I want you to connect with that core, the abdomen. Nice slow breath still, but every exhale, think about tightening that belly a little bit more. Connecting with the core, feeling a little fire burning there. And as you connect with that fire in the belly, that burning, that heat, literally imagine it as a sun. And every breath you take, that sun is getting brighter, burning through anything no longer serving you, and spreading and growing throughout the whole body, building heat, getting movement going in the belly. One last exhale, and drop to the knees. Bring the hips all the way back to child's pose. You can have the arms bent, make it relaxing, and we're going to be here in stillness for 5 breaths. Notice how the body feels. Is your heart rate beating a little faster than normal? Do you feel any energetic movement in the body? Just observe. Allow any extra energy to move out through the fingertips or through the feet, allowing you to settle down on the mat a little more deeply. Make that breath feel as good as possible to your body. And one last deep inhale. And exhale. We're going to make our way back to the backside, lying on our backs. Hugging both knees in towards your chest. You could add a little gentle sway side to side. If you have happy baby in your practice, we could go into that or stay here if you don't have happy baby. Grabbing the outside edges of the feet. Gently pulling the spine down to the mat. I'm sending my breath right to my belly. One last breath. And let it go. I'm going to come down into Shavasana. You can either have legs straight out, totally relaxing all the way flat on the mat. Or if that's a little hard on the back, you could keep your knees bent just like we did to start. And as we spend our last few moments here, start to notice how that breath feels. The temperature of the air as it hits your nose. The expansiveness of filling the belly fully with air. And the release of letting it all go. Relaxing and sinking a little more fully down to the mat. And as you lie here for these last few moments, imagine that bright, fiery light, that sun we were breathing into during that plank hold. Imagine that gently swirling around your digestive system, moving through the digestive tract, allowing things to move exactly how they're supposed to, exactly how they were made to. Removing resistance and inflammation and bringing healing to your entire digestive system. Release any tension throughout the body, including the shoulders, the hips. Making that breath feel as good as possible. Spend these last few moments being held by the earth. One last inhale. And exhale. Stay here as long as you like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Drop a comment if you'd like to see any other videos dealing with anything specifically. Otherwise, I will see you next time.